Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Quasi Guru channel. I know I said earlier this week I was planning on taking a break from streaming. That is not 100% the case. So, I want to start off by saying this. Yesterday, I was introduced to someone on Twitch that gave me a new perspective. As of late, it's been, how should I put it? Let's start off by saying this. So back in January, when I first started streaming on Twitch, um, started streaming flight sim content and did it after seeing people like Mr. Pilot 222 and Complete Freedom and Slayer T, and they all pushed for me to stream, and I had a lot of fun, and I still have fun doing it. In fact, I would say the part that I have the most fun with is flying. So I want to let everybody know, just to start off with, the Quasi Guru channel is not going to stop streaming flight sim content. We're going to keep doing that. But what we're going to do differently is, I think we're going to start to do maybe a little bit more focus with the LGBTQIA plus community. And so I want to elaborate on that a little bit. So back in January, when I first started meeting people and started doing some networking with others and hanging out and flying with them, I told everybody that I was just a woman. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that, right? Um, Here's what I want you to understand. For me, it was incredibly difficult to turn that camera on the first time. Um, and I think part of it was, in a way, I felt like I would be found out, and I was worried people would stop viewing the channel, and I was so concerned that people just would say no more Quasi, right? And in a way that did kind of happen, but honestly, though, to be totally honest, I would say there's a much bigger group of people that have embraced me, that love me, and want me to be around. And for me, growing up, that was always a difficult thing. Emmy, welcome back. I'm glad to have you in here. Hopefully your night's going well. I know you were doing some controlling, but welcome back. Let's give you a quick shout out here really quick. Tell you what, folks, if you don't know Emmy, you need to go take a look at her channel. Riri61, she does a lot of ATC content. She's an amazing controller, folks. She is also an amazing RTAC as well, but definitely go take a look at her. She is freaking amazing. But what I'm trying to get at is that I just told everyone that I was a woman, and I was so concerned the second I turned on that camera I'd be like found out or something, right? And for some people, they're none the wiser, and then there's some people that like recognize right away and want to like immediately call you out and say some crazy stuff. And I had that happen quite a few times, actually. And while it was hurtful and destructive, I'm starting to remember something. The thing is that back when I was in college, I was such a big like pusher for like making sure that the LGBTQ community could move forward and make progress. And I did so well with that in college. There was a lot of things I used to do in college to make sure that we could continue on and make sure everything was good there, right? And what was crazy about that is that I feel like after some time I lost that, right? Louie, hello, how are you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're okay. We're just doing a just chatting session today, mainly because I kind of feel like it's time that I talk a little bit with the community about kind of what's been going on and stuff. And needless to say, it's been an interesting last 5 or 6 months. I mean, like, it's been what, 5 6 months since I started streaming. Um, and now it's like I'm having fun. There we go. Let's fix that really quick here. But no, so for me, it's been one of those things where I'm always like kind of. I'm trying to figure out what's next, right? Like, where do I place my next foot down? You know, like, I mean, left foot in front of the right foot in front of the left foot, and trying to make progress, right? Mr. Pilot 222. You know, Mr. Pilot 222, I'm going to be honest. My biggest inspirations. So back in January when you and I first met, I remember you did a lot of pushing and you said you should do it, Quasi. You should do it. And so for me, I did it. I started streaming because of mainly you, if you want the truth. I mean, there was nobody else that really I wanted to do it for, but for Mr. Pilot 222, right? I mean, like, it was fun doing it with you, right? And it was fun going to your streams. And I'm always having fun in your streams anyway. But for me, my biggest concern is turning on that camera. Everybody wanted a face cam a Quasi, right? And I was so worried the first time I would turn that camera on that people would disown me because I would be like found out or something, right? And I was always worried about how I would appear in the Twitch category for the flight sim community. And I've learned something. There are some people legitimately that don't really want me here, right? But I will say this, the majority of people don't really care, right? If you can fly an airplane, they don't care because that's what they want to see. They want to see you flying. They want to see you having fun. You know, and Mr. Pilot 222, you're right about that. You are. I'm not doing it for you. I am doing it for me. But I think what I want to do is I'm going to start to create somewhat of a newer direction for the channel. Something to give me a little bit more motivation, something to give me something with a little bit more drive to keep on, keep pushing on. So going through college, when I first began my transition, which was like my sophomore year, I used to be the biggest advocate and like pusher of like LGBTQ rights in my school. And so like, mind you, I was kind of a oddball in a sense because the last time they ever dealt with a trans person was a teacher. And I knew from talking to one of my teachers there that that teacher was actually not very well respected. That they actually tried to push her away and said, you know what, it's enough. We can't do this anymore. And they ended up, they literally ended up pushing this person out. You know what? So I think this is kind of funny. I'm going to go ahead and post this up really quick. I'm going to permit this term really quick because I want to have a conversation with this person. So, Too Fado Furious, huh? So I just want to start off by saying this. What did we do to you? Seriously, what did we do to you? That's what I want to know. Talk to me. Tell me who exactly hurt you in my community. I want to know. Humongous. Wow, I used to be the best at spreading communism. Wow, I'm getting trolled. This is great. Love it. Love getting trolled, folks. Love it, love it, love it, love it. But honestly, it's not bothering me if you want the truth. So here's the thing, folks, and I want to just say this right now. This is kind of funny, actually. This guy is just keep going on. I'm going to go ahead and just throw down the ban hammer really quick on you. Sorry, my friend, but you got to go. Well, I don't think the conversation here is about communism. Humongous, oops, I guess? I don't think that's the case at all. But needless to say, though, folks, I'm just throwing this out here really quick, you know. Honestly, I know we're going to get some trolls, especially this late at night, and that's fine. You know, honestly, I can deal with trolls because I'm just going to be straight up honest with everybody because that's what I'm here for. Probably the reason why I titled my stream the way I did too, because I know it's going to draw those kind of people in, and it doesn't really personally bother me. Exactly, that's right. That's right. Louis, you're okay. But here's the thing, though. So for me, when I was going through college, The only other like trans person like that ever came out was a faculty member at one point. And this faculty member that came out was basically told to leave the school until their transition was over and then they could come back. So for me, I was always kind of worried about how would I progress in a school like that, and I ended up finding a way. I ended up making it through, but the thing was, is it was a difficult journey, right? It was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It was difficult. It was really difficult. Um, and at the time, um, there's still people I would love to thank over there, and of course, there's still people that I really don't have very much respect for over there because of the way they acted and stuff. But right now, though, it doesn't really matter. Right now, I want to focus on the present. And something I want to do is because I just got inspired yesterday by a certain person on Twitch. They are a partnered streamer. I had no idea um, that there was a single trans person on Twitch that was open, that was a partnered streamer. And I watched her stream, and it made me realize that, you know what? Maybe what I need to do is maybe I shouldn't just focus on flight sim content, but maybe I should also focus on my community as well. So everybody in general, right? Yeah, and thank you so much, Emmy. Yeah, definitely Willow. She's absolutely amazing, folks. If you don't know about Willow, go take a look at her channel. Um, I would definitely say give her a follow. Just watch some of her content. Absolutely incredible human being. But for me right now, I'm kind of just putting one foot in front of the other, trying to figure out what sticks. And at this point, I'm just going through what I need to go through. And so at this point, I'm happy that Quasi Guru is definitely going to make a comeback here to flight simming. That's not going to change, but I do want everyone to understand that the Quasi Guru channel is going to be a safe space in place for everybody. Um, I want to throw this out. Um, I was having troubles for a long time with clicking the start streaming button or the go live button, whatever you want to call it, right? Like in OBS, it's start streaming. I think in Slabs, it's go live. But I've been having a difficult time clicking that because I struggle from major depressive disorder, and my depression sometimes gets the best of me, right? And part of it is sometimes it's seeing when you're looking at the emails that Twitch sends you, right, because of like your performance on a stream or something, it's looking at those and saying, what happened, right? Why am I like, why am I starting to step back? Why am I digressing some? And, and that's the thing, Mr. Pilot. Absolutely. We've always had really good laughs chilling in your Discord or chilling in my Discord even. And I love you too, Mr. Pilot. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I mean, I know that the community loves me. I know that, there's this love there for me, but sometimes it's hard to see that when you're so focused on everything else, right? And right now, here I am, I'm trying to make some sort of effort to, yeah, exactly. The one time it was in my Discord, that was kind of interesting when you stepped in too, because you, I think, immediately said, you're like, what did I just step into? But no, it's I'm excited to see where the future of this channel goes, but I want everyone to know that once again, this is a safe space in place for everybody because I didn't always have that. Right? I'm gonna drop this here into chat really quick. I've kind of questioned playing it on stream. I could potentially play it on stream. I could here's the thing, folks. If you're very sensitive to hearing somebody's coming out story, then it may not be something you want to listen to. You may want to mute the stream potentially, but I'll go ahead and play it. I know, Emmy, you said at one point this was difficult to watch. It hits you in the feels. Amplify Oz, hello, how are you? Hopefully everything's going well with you, my friend. Glad to have you here. I really am. Glad to have Louie here and Mr. Pilot and Emmy. It's really great to have you all here. But folks, I'm going to throw this out here really quick. I'm going to let you guys watch my coming out story. Could this coming out story get me doxxed? Absolutely, because it's got my full freaking name in it. So I'm gonna let you watch that really quick because, like I said, I want to make this channel a little bit more inclusive. When I first started out, I didn't really use the LGBTQIA plus tags. I didn't use the transgender tag's brand new, right? I didn't use that. I don't think safe space existed yet, anything like that, because at the time I just didn't want people to know because I was always so fearful that people would just leave me, that they wouldn't want to be around me, right? And I know in a way it's kind of silly, right? Because knowing the groups that we're dealing with now, there's a lot of younger people that are here that are a lot more understanding, that are like, oh, it's cool, whatever, as long as you're, cool with me, I'm going to be cool with you. And that's, I would say, how the majority of people are, right? But let's go ahead and we're going to watch my It Gets Better video because I think it's kind of an important testament to someone's journey. And if this video helps just one person tonight, because this was a video I created for the Trevor Project, which was so Trevor was a kid that committed suicide because he was being bullied at school for being gay. And it's a sad story, folks, but I created this video back, I think, in November of 2009. And at the time, I may look a lot different than I do now. I don't think my appearance bothers me as much anymore as it used to. Like, my appearance used to drive me freaking batshit crazy. Now it doesn't really bother me as much. But let's go ahead, and I think we're gonna watch this really quick. Let me go ahead and load it up. And actually, I need to do myself a favor because I just created this just chatting scene, and there's like a whole bunch of things I forgot to add in, so I do apologize for that, folks. I don't want you to think it's intentional or anything by that nature, so let me do this really quick. I want to get my alert box back in here. Oh my gosh. No! I'm moving things around that I didn't mean to move around! Oh no! Let's see here really quick. Let's grab my alert box if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's like huge. Yeah, okay, I got it. Alright, let me go ahead. I'm just adjusting some things just so that they will stick and work. Got my alert box back in here. I need to grab my shout out box too, get that thrown back in here. But once I get that done, the scene should be complete. But let's go ahead and watch a story about Quasi, folks. This is my It Gets Better video for the Trevor Project. Just to give you a little bit more idea of who I am. And, I think part of it is, it's kind of nice to know your content creators better. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Seriously, let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and watch that. All right, folks. I know that probably hit some of you in the feels. Um, I wouldn't be shocked if some people left even, but I totally understand either way. But folks, I just want to thank you guys for joining in with me tonight. Just having a quick talk, a quick chat with everybody to let everybody know what basically the direction is of the Quasi Crew channel here moving on out. We still plan on streaming flight sim content. We're still going to have fun doing that, so don't think that I'm going anywhere. I'm not. We will be back here streaming here shortly again. Kind of hoping for another stream sometime this week, maybe with 14AT if I can get them on. But with that being said, I do want to thank you all for joining in. Like I said, I wanted to have a quick chat with everybody, let them know of what my plan is for direction. I just want to make sure everyone's recognizing that this is a safe space to come to. If you need to talk to someone, if you have questions even, right? If you have any questions at all about what sexuality is, what gender is, what, sex is, what someone's sex is or gender identity or sexuality. If you have any questions for me, folks, you can feel free to ask them. I am basically an open book most of the time. I don't generally have these kinds of discussions, mainly because honestly I just do flight sim content, right? But I think it's kind of important to talk about, at least at one point in my life, at least here on Twitch, just to see who wants to stick around. But folks, thank you again for joining in. It was great having Mr. Pilot 222 in here with me, and Amplify Oz, and Louie, and Emmy, and it's amazing to see the support. It really is. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm going anywhere. I'm not. I'm looking forward to getting back to streaming, if I can even speak right now. We may do some more American Truck Sim in the future too, because I did do that IRL for a bit as well. And Louis, I'm so grateful to have you here. I really am. It means a lot to me. It really does. You know, just having friends here stop by and say hello, it really means a lot to Quasi. It does. It does. So, I don't know, folks. What should I do now? What should I do now? I mean, does anybody want to have any conversations about anything else? Luke, hello. Yeah, I just showed. I'll tell you what, Luke. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this into chat really quick so you can go ahead and watch it as well. I don't want to repeat it again because I think people might have left, partially due to it, and I totally understand if they did. It's kind of hard to watch, but that's basically my It Gets Better video for the Trevor project that I made back in November of 2009. So if you would like to watch it, you're more than welcome to. I understand if it'd be kind of difficult to watch, but I just showed everybody that, and just having a basic conversation with people to let them know that basically the focus of this channel is not just on flight sim content anymore, but it's about creating a safe space for everybody to come join in and spend time with us. Because for me, I didn't always have that safe space growing up. Mom being Roman Catholic, my dad being extremely conservative, like Southern Baptist minister conservative. I would have never been able to tell my family growing up that I was different. And I knew that. I knew that. And I always try to play it off and try to act like, I was some other type of person. And to be honest, folks, like I said, I know for a fact that this is probably not going to affect potential viewership on my channel, but I think it's kind of something important to talk about because, like I said, when I first got into flight simming back in, well, not first got into flight simming, but when I first got into flight simming on Twitch back in January, I was always so worried about getting a camera going to show my face because I was always worried about potentially being found out, right? And that was really difficult. So, for me, I learned really quick that there's quite a few people that still love me, that'll surround me and want to be around me. And then there's a group of people that, probably don't care so much, right? And I'm okay with that too. I wish the world could be a much better place where everyone could accept everybody. And, but at the same time, though, I'm also a realist in knowing that there's a lot of people that just don't how should I put it? A lot of people want to say that they don't understand, right? And I hate that term. Um, People say that a lot, right? They say, I don't understand. At the end of the day, it's not about understanding, it's about just being there for someone, right? And I think that's what the most difficult thing is. It's recognizing the fact that you need to just be there and support someone, whether or not you understand something or not. That's not appropriate to say to somebody that's transitioning, or that's not really appropriate to say to somebody that's GLBQIA plus, right? I mean, it's just not, because yeah, it may not be your cup of tea, but for them, it's who they are, right? It's the definition of who we are. And, I've always had, little bits and pieces of like problems with, understanding and wanting to agree with using certain words and stuff like that. And there's a lot of words, folks, that I don't like. But if you feel like saying something, feel free to just say it. Like I said, if you have any questions for Quasi, ask Quasi away. I'm an open book, folks. I really am. I'm definitely an open book, and I don't want you to think that you can't ask me a question and actually, try to get a response, right? Like, I mean, earlier I had a couple trolls show up to the channel, probably more than that, because I'm pretty sure it was probably a small group, and there might be some still in here, but I had a group of trolls show up to the channel, like, immediately when I started streaming, and, posting some pretty ridiculous things. And mind you, I don't mind responding to that, especially if I'm in a good state of mind like I am right now, because I had this thought process, and I was like, you know what, I was always this big advocate, and I was always this progressive person in college, and why can't I be that way now? So, kind of interesting. But does anybody have any questions for me at all? Anyone at all? Seriously, if you have a question, just shoot it to me. Just ask me here in chat. I don't mind. I will go ahead and respond. But if not, though, I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna go ahead and potentially wrap up this stream. I know it's really short, but I figured I would just have a quick conversation about just how should I put it? There's a Dr. Seuss quote, right? And I think it goes something like, just be who you are and say what you mean, because those who matter don't mind, and because those who matter don't mind, and those who don't matter mind, right? And I think that's the biggest thing, right? It's remembering that the people that matter don't really care about a situation, right? They love you and embrace you regardless of what's going on in your life. And that's the thing to remember. So, once again, folks, I'd like to thank you all for joining in. Amplify Os, Luke, uh, Luke, Louie, Emmy, Mr. Pilot 222. It's been an absolutely amazing night. And to me, I want to thank you all for stopping by, because it really does mean the world to me. It does. And I'll probably, like I said, I'll be back to streaming here shortly, probably doing more Flight Sim content like I've always been doing some changes here and there to the channel. I mean, let's see here really quick. Let's just take a look at my FS 2020 screen, for instance, right? So, like, we've got a little bit of a change here. Now, mind you, since I don't have the simulator open, you don't see the simulator in the background, but, I've got my little pronouns in the bottom left there, and I've got a new video overlay for my webcam. And plus, we've got the StreamBot thing, which is pretty freaking cool, too. Yeah, party in the Pilot's Lounge. Yeah, folks, you know what? Actually, let's go ahead and just do that really quick. Let me go back to my Just Chatting screen. If you want to, join in with my Discord. Vaca Beach Party Pet. Let's see here. Join into the Pilot's Lounge. We'll go ahead and talk in there. Or actually, join into the let's all join into the Pilot's Lounge if you want to talk in there really quick with Quasi. Hello, Emmy. How are you? Emmy. I see Emmy in here. Waiting for her to talk, though. I don't know if I'm hearing her or not. Let me see here really quick, because I did do some major audio changes. I'm not picking you up, Emmy. I don't even have, like, any audio on you? That's kind of weird, actually. Let me see here really quick. Do I have... Oh! That would be why. Give me 1 second here, Emmy. Let me fix myself. Because, like I said, I just created the scene and there were a couple things I didn't add in. Let's do audio output capture. Let's add in this one here. There we go. You should be in there now. Hello, Emmy. Hello. All right, now Emmy is back in here, and we actually can. Oh,
Hi.
hello. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm back.
Okay, good.
Anyways,
Good.
yeah, party in the pilot lounge.
Yeah, party in the pilot lounge, folks. If you're not in my Discord, join in !Discord. But yeah, I just figured I'd have a quick conversation with everybody, let everybody know what the plans are for the Quasi Guru channel going into the future, and making this more of an inclusive, safe space. Maybe being a little bit more open about who I am with everybody. So that way, we can just all know that, Quasi's here to love on everyone. And there's a whole bunch of people I know in this community that, surround me and I surround them back. And I just want to let everybody know that I really love them equally. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and I think end the stream here. Once again, thank you guys for joining in with the Quasi Guru Twitch channel for this quick stream. Thank you so much, Louie. Thank you so much, Amplify Oz. So much, Luke, Emmy, Mr. Pilot 222. I had a bunch of fun with you all. Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and we will see you probably here tomorrow or Friday, hopefully with a shared cockpit with 14AD on one of those. But I will be coming back to flight simming here soon, so I just wanted to get myself kind of in a better mind space, at least to talk with everybody, and I think by me adding on being more progressive in my own community and surrounding people a little bit more, it gives me a little bit more purpose to streaming, and I think that's kind of what matters, is having a full purpose to what you plan on doing. So thank you everyone for joining in. We're gonna call it here. Thank you and have a great rest of your night, and we will see you in the next one.